Imagine this. You've paid thousands of dollars for an exclusive music festival on a private island, with promises of luxury, beachfront villas, and gourmet meals. Instead, you step off the plane into disarray. Emergency tents, minimal food, and no way out. This is the infamous Fyre Festival, where dreams of paradise quickly became a chaotic nightmare. How did it happen? And who was behind the event? Let's take a closer look. To understand the Fyre Festival debacle, we first need to look at its co-founder, Billy McFarland. Early in his career, McFarland created Magnaseas, a membership service that promised exclusive benefits and high-end events for young professionals. While it garnered some buzz, the venture faced challenges and didn't quite live up to expectations. Undeterred, McFarland partnered with Ja Rule to launch Fyre Media. Their main product was the Fyre app, which aimed to simplify booking celebrities for private events. To promote the app, they decided to create the Fyre Festival, marketed as a luxurious, once-in-a-lifetime experience on a private island. However, behind the glamorous promises was an undercurrent of logistical and financial problems. In December 2016, Fyre Festival's teaser video dropped, featuring top models like Bella Hadid, Hailey Baldwin, Kendall Jenner, and Emily Ratajkowski enjoying idyllic beaches, yachts, and crystal clear waters. Social media went wild, and tickets to the festival sold out within days, despite the steep prices. The campaign was largely driven by influencers, some of whom, like Kendall Jenner, shared posts about the event on Instagram. While Jenner's promotion generated significant attention, questions later arose about the transparency of influencer marketing, particularly regarding the disclosure of paid promotions. Although these influencers played a significant role in building hype for the festival, they weren't charged with any wrongdoing related to the event itself. Their involvement became a focal point in conversations about the ethical responsibilities of social media endorsements. Fyre Festival was scheduled for 2 weekends in April and May of 2017. However, when festival goers arrived, they found something far from the luxury they had been promised. The glamorous private island turned out to be a less than prepared sight on Great Exuma in the Bahamas. Instead of luxury villas, attendees were met with repurposed disaster relief tents, and instead of gourmet meals, they were served basic sandwiches in styrofoam containers. Music acts, including Blink-182, pulled out last minute due to concerns about the festival's preparedness. Flights were delayed, luggage was misplaced, and attendees were left stranded with little communication or support. The result? Chaos. Those who paid for an elite VIP experience found themselves in survival mode, scrambling for food, shelter, and answers. The festival, which had promised to be a groundbreaking event, quickly unraveled, exposing deeper issues behind the scenes. A fraud unfolding. While Fyre Festival appeared to be a massive organizational failure, on the surface, what was happening behind the scenes was more complicated. In the months leading up to the festival, there were growing concerns about financial mismanagement and unrealistic promises. McFarland and his team had sold packages that they were not equipped to deliver, and investors who had been sold on the festival's potential were misled about its financial health. In 2018, McFarland faced criminal charges, including wire fraud. He was sentenced to 6 years in federal prison for defrauding investors out of millions of dollars. The courts found that his actions went beyond poor planning. They were deemed intentional deceptions designed to keep the festival afloat, even when it became clear that it couldn't meet expectations. Interestingly, even while awaiting sentencing, McFarland was accused of launching yet another questionable venture, selling unauthorized tickets to major events like the Met Gala and the Super Bowl. Celebrities and influencers. Who was involved and who wasn't charged? Several high-profile influencers promoted Fyre Festival, but when the fallout occurred, most distanced themselves from the situation. Kendall Jenner, who was paid to promote the festival, faced criticism for not disclosing that her post was sponsored. However, none of these influencers, including Bella Hadid and Hailey Baldwin, were charged with any criminal activity in connection to the festival. While their involvement was limited to the promotional aspect, McFarland and his team faced the brunt of the legal consequences. Jay Rule, McFarland's business partner, publicly stated that he was unaware of the fraudulent activities and was ultimately not charged. The cheese sandwich that broke the internet. One of the festival's most infamous moments came in the form of a cheese sandwich. When festival attendees were expecting gourmet meals, they were instead served a basic cheese sandwich in a styrofoam container. One attendee posted a picture of the sandwich on Twitter, and it quickly went viral, becoming a symbol of the festival's downfall. Another absurd moment involved a scramble to secure bottled water for the festival. In a later documentary, one of the festival organizers recounted being asked to go to extreme and inappropriate lengths to obtain the water. While it added a touch of dark humor to the disaster, it also underscored just how unprepared the festival was behind the scenes. The aftermath and Fyre Festival 2? Despite the monumental failure of Fyre Festival, McFarland has announced plans for Fyre Festival 2. While details are sparse and skepticism remains high, the idea has certainly sparked conversation. Will this sequel be a chance for redemption or another disaster waiting to happen? The first Fyre Festival will forever serve as a cautionary tale about the dangers of overpromising and under-delivering, especially in the age of social media. Whether or not a second attempt will ever materialize is yet to be seen. Tying it all together. So why does Fyre Festival belong in the true crime genre? It's not just a story of bad planning. It's about intentional deception. McFarland sold a fantasy he knew he couldn't deliver, taking millions from investors and leaving attendees stranded. The festival has all the elements of a classic scam, false promises, a charismatic leader, and a dramatic public failure. For fans of true crime, Fyre Festival offers a unique case study of modern fraud, fueled by influencer culture and the power of social media. It's a reminder to look beyond the glamorous veneer of what's promoted online and to question what's really going on behind the scenes. Fyre Festival will be remembered not just as a failed music event, but as one of the biggest modern scams of our time. While some of its players walked away unscathed, others were held accountable, and the story serves as a warning to always dig a little deeper when something seems too good to be true. What do you think? Should Fyre Festival 2 actually happen, or is it destined to be another disaster? Do you believe Billy McFarland can redeem himself, or should we all stay far away from the sequel? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've got more true crime stories, scam breakdowns, and deep dives into high-profile frauds coming up. Stay tuned for more.